You know that little... Did you see that thing I sent you about the shed?
Yeah.
What about the shed?
You gotta steal that little clip of that thing running down the road.
Yeah, and we're gonna put it on the episode.
What's that?
Here we come. We're getting ready.
Can I look?
Yeah, go on Facebook and...
Alright.
Wanted to have that be one of our little intro things. Yeah. Here we come.
We had a funny idea for the show today. So, since it's crime of the century, we could all be in jail together.
Well,
Yeah, and we're like behind prison bars on the picture or something. It'd be funny. And then we would, play the album in jail.
yeah, we're really in our cell. We're all in our cell.
Yeah.
I don't find it funny.
I mean, it's not funny, but...
You have just brought me down the road to ruin. The two of you.
Sure. You can put us all in...
Yeah, we could do that.
So am I going here notifications?
Yes, notifications.
I tagged you on it, Al.
He did, yeah.
So you should,
not that one.
You should come up and...
You tag us in so much that it's going to be hard to find.
I know. well,
here, how about this?
It's going to be one of the last...
Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
But I just thought that would be really funny to have that be going down the road.
Yeah, that would be pretty crazy. Especially your shed. Wait a minute. It's the shed! Wait! Oh,
Coffee at 8 o'clock at night?
by the way, that was the other one we were maybe going to do.
Coffee?
No.
Okay, well, good choice on the record tonight.
Yeah.
Like this record a lot. I went to Wikipedia and I checked it out.
Yeah, I didn't.
They have a ton of stuff on here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
That's good.
Yep.
1974, their third record, and they got a little disillusioned with everything. The first two records didn't do very good, so
Yeah.
the two main guys got a brand new band, and this is
Why aren't you plugged
a
in?
new band.
Yeah. I look at this band as almost like... Well, we can talk about this.
Like a softer... Ow!
Yeah. No, but it's... You know what's so funny? We haven't even gotten started yet.
I know.
All right. No, I kind of look at Supertramp almost like the same way I look at like Alan Parsons, because it's two main guys. You know.
Two main guys.
So the UK hit was Dreamer. The US hit was Bloody Well Right.
Yeah.
And you know what? I didn't even remember that. The first time I thought think I ever heard Bloody Well Right, we went to wait a minute, I'll come up with the name of it. Something Hi-Fi. Tech Hi-Fi?
I wasn't there.
Tech Hi-Fi. Tech Hi-Fi? Something like
Yeah,
that.
that was it.
Do you remember it?
No. I'm just trying to get the story to get going along faster.
Balls to the wall.
And we heard it, we listened to it on this incredible system. It was like, it had like Crown amplifiers and Infinity speakers. You know those towers, like the pyramid towers, the Infinity?
Yeah.
Yes!
Yeah.
Continue!
Yes.
No, you
Yes.
Balls to the wall.
We're just trying to get you to continue the story.
That's the song the dude played for me. And it was
That was a big hit. That was huge.
and
It
so
was the 70s. FM radio was king. Just starting out, kind of.
Yep, and they were all on drugs.
Well, yeah, it was the 70s. But it's the 2000s and everybody's still on drugs. Just different drugs.
Yeah.
true. Except I'm not.
You're just on, what are you on, Adderall? What is that?
Oh, do you know? This isn't for publication or for our show. We should probably pause.
Pause.
Al's Album Hour.
3, 2, 1.
Wait,
What?
you just froze up.
Oh!
Okay, wait.
we
Just
good?
let it reset.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead. Okay.
All right. Take 2. You ready?
Yeah, I thought you were gonna count down.
Okay.
You don't have to.
3, 2, 1.
Is this working? Hello? Hello! And welcome to Al's Album Hour! Yay! Hey guys, welcome back to Al's Album Hour. And the last time we were here it was January.
Yes.
And we did, what did we do? We did animals. Yes, animals.
Pink
And
Floyd.
Pink Floyd, yes. So it's been a little bit, and so we're here again tonight. We're gonna bring you some good music and some good talk about the album. Tonight we are going to do Crime of the Century, Supertramp.
And it's very fitting because, well, we're in jail. Wait. Hold on. We gotta explain what happened, Dave.
Oh no. Yes, sir.
Do you know how fast you were going, kid?
Yeah.
You're under arrest. Both of you. And that's Steve Geckler, too.
Well, we're in jail.
It's because we get speeding in the shed.
Oh, yeah.
Then Al got a little smart with the police officer, and then the next thing we know, we were in jail.
Wow. Okay, well, anyway, yeah, here we are broadcasting from WPRISON. Usually radio stations don't have quite that long a title, but as I said, we're not really at WHOME. So,
Isn't this? I thought it was called W Bourbon.
I thought it was WHUR.
yeah. Okay. So anyway, we're
Wait, who's here?
who's here? I'm here.
I'm here.
I'm here from
Steve's here.
Yeah, how are you in prison with us? But you're in California.
It could because I'm Digital Video Steve.
Computer Steve.
There you go.
Do you want to introduce us?
Yes, was getting around to that, but we kind of went way off on a tangent about how we're in jail. So, my co-host, my producer, my son, David Hurlbert is with us.
More seltzer. Hi, thanks for having me on the show.
Okay. And Dave just celebrated number 25 subscribers on this channel, on Coffee Time with Dave channel. And we had a big shindig. Watch that on YouTube. My other co-host, our neighbor, our long-range friend and villain, Jill cellmate, Steve Geckler.
All right, yes, the cohort in crime. That's what I am. See, I'm actually in the cell, but there's a little TV there, and I'm on the TV in the cell. That's how I'm in the cell.
That's right.
And I'm your host, Al Hurlbert. Okay. But I just realized that I didn't know if I ever said that. who I was. Okay, so as I said, tonight we want to play one of the mid-70s greatest prog rock albums. It is by a group by the name of Supertramp from the UK. It was released in September of 1974 on A&M Records. And I don't know if we'll get into all this, success or not success. Well, maybe we should talk about that after, because I think we're already screwing around too much. We should probably get right down to it.
We screwed around so much that we're in jail.
Right. So this really was their commercial breakthrough. It really this is probably the album that really they were on their mark. The praise they got was well deserved. So should we get going?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So we're going to get going on this. We're going to put on side 1 and spin it. This is Crime of the Century, Supertramp.
Hey, Mr. Officer! Hey! Can you put the record on? Thank you!
Okay, welcome back. That was side 1 of Crime of the Century, Supertramp. Yeah! And that's probably my favorite side. And anyway, this album really was their commercial breakthrough. The album did well in the UK charts. It was like number 10 in the UK. It was a UK top 10 album. That's what it was.
Take 2.
I think it was UK 9.5.
Balls to the wall.
Okay, so it was a UK top 10 album, and in the States it was a top 40 album. Did really well. It was their breakthrough, and I think Steve has a little story about maybe why that was the case.
Ready? Okay. I can't see the mic.
More burping.
Where's my drink? No, well, the part of the thing is they had already come out with 2 albums. This is their 3rd album, and they were it was unsuccessful, the first 2, and then they did a tour, and it was nobody was getting what they were doing. So the 2 main guys decided, okay, forget it. They fired a bunch of people, or they left the band, or whatever, and then they brought in a whole bunch of new players. They brought in a new drummer, new bassist, and a woodwind guy, and it kind of was like they were refining their sound, and then it just happened to click with England, and it happened to really click with America. The song "Bloody Well Right" was a huge hit in America, and that's when I first heard of Supertramp. And it really set the groundwork for the next couple albums. They got some recognition, and then it was the building blocks, the foundation of greatness in America. So, and it was the 70s, a lot of 74, lots of great music. It was good stuff. Plus, it came out of England, and this band has great vocals. Yep. There's always like a reason why you listen to this band, but it's the vocals and it's the way they put the songs together. It was totally different from what was going on at the time. So people started to listen. Sorry, that was kind of a long story,
but it's fine.
Yeah. We've been talking about the 2 guys. Well, really, the 2 guys are Rick Davies and Roger Hodgson. Rick Davies is no relation to the Davies of the Kinks, just to let you know. Yeah. So, anyway, so what songs are your favorite? What do you think? Go ahead.
Well, my favorite song is Bloody Well Right. And it always has been. And I love a lot of the other ones too, but that's my favorite. Yeah. How about you, Steve?
You know, I'm not even going to pick a song. There's like so many good songs on this first side. School, Bloody Well Right. You know, Hiding Your Shell is, you know, it's good.
Yeah.
And aside, like, oh yeah. It's just like, they really crafted these songs well. The band was really communicating well at the time, and they were probably what they call hitting on all cylinders.
Balls to the wall.
You know, that genre thing. So I'm not even gonna pick one good song. So
All right.
I will pick a song. Actually, I'm going to pick two songs. But I want to tell a really quick story.
Oh my gosh!
A really quick story about, I think I was a junior in high school.
When you were like young?
Like when I was like young, yeah. So that would have
did you
been,
drink black coffee then?
what's that?
Did you drink black coffee then?
I don't think I did. I don't think I drank coffee until I was like 20. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I did.
Did you find that girlfriend who liked Dan Fogelberg then?
That was when I was 20. Oh. All right.
That was like 6 months later.
Right. Okay. So getting back to it, I was probably a junior, and we would basically skip out on our last period or two of class, junior and senior year, and we would go into New Haven and go to Hi-Fi Place and check out all the gear. And I believe the name of the place was Tech Hi-Fi. It was quite a place. And the guy at one point was demoing Crown amplifiers and Infinity speakers. Infinity made these pyramid-shaped speakers. Or were they Ohm? Anyway, it doesn't matter.
They were huge!
They were. And anyway, he put on Supertramp. I really didn't know them, which makes sense because they didn't do well in the United States. So he put on Bloody Well Right, and I remember that opening boom. To this day, I hear that song and it just cranks me up. It's just so awesome. That's it. That's the one. And an aside, Sonic Boom plays Bloody Well Right in our set now and then. It's a lot of fun to play it too. The other song, the thing about Supertramp is they can really rock it, but then they've got this super gentle side, and the song "Hide in Your Shell" is one of those songs, and I just really, really like it. So that's it. That's all.
Say so again.
What?
Say so again.
So.
That's it.
That's it.
All right, it'll make editing a lot easier, so I don't have to deal with
so. Oh yes.
That's it.
Yes, I had a little.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Too much seltzer!
More seltzer?
Or more bourbon.
Some bourbon.
Or Jameson!
All right, awesome.
Yeah. I think that was it for all I wanted to say at this point. Should we spin side 2?
I think we should. Let's go to number 2.
Okay.
Number 2.
Let's do it. Spin it.
All right.
This is side 2 of Supertramp. Crime of the
You
Century.
didn't do that right. You didn't do that right.
All right. This is side 2 of Crime of the Century, Supertramp.
You can't really play that record. You're in jail.
Why not?
Flip it!
Yes.
Flip it!
Hey, officer, please flip it.
Hey, flip the record.
Flip the record!
Okay.
Al's Rant and Roll.
So, how many of you watched the Super Bowl? And how many of you wanted to throw up at the halftime show? Yeah. I mean, this is what they call entertainment these days. I mean, back in the day, we're talking the Rolling Stones played the halftime show, or Bruce Springsteen, or The Who, or Paul McCartney. But what, may I ask, is the huge big deal about Maroon 5? Personally, I can't stand Maroon 5. And all these rap artists, I mean, does everyone in America want to hear that? I don't think so. And you know what? I'm sorry, it just sucks. It was just a bunch of watered down
What's your language, Al?
No, it's my show. I'll rant and roll if I want to.
Oh, that's
Anyway, I expected way better. It's just watered down, as Steve put it, oatmeal. Yuck. That's my rant and roll.
It's just watered down bourbon.
Yeah.
You know?
Even watered down bourbon at least has some bourbon.
That's true. It's still good.
That's my rant and roll for tonight. Thank you. Oh, yes. That was side 2 of Crime of the Century, Supertramp. And
Okay.
and now we usually talk about what we liked about side 2. Side 2 for me is, I mean, it's good, but not nearly as good as side 1. But I don't know. What do you like on side 2?
Ooh, side 2. I really like Rudy. Rudy's a great song.
Yeah, that's a good song. Yeah. You know what? I like Dreamer. In fact, I can't. It's another one of those things. I can't pick a good song. This is such a great album. Dreamer is great. It's a great pop song. Rudy, great song. And then when you get to the last 2 songs, If Everyone Was Listening and Crime of the Century, this album gets really into that artsy prog rock. And it's like, okay, this doesn't sound like a hit, but damn it, this song sounds good.
Yeah.
You know, it just is great music. Listen to these 2 songs. A Crime of the Century is like, wow. You know, it's like, what's happening here? Greatness in music.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm not even going to pick a song off this side. This whole album, to me, is great, start to finish. And I can't say one song over another one. So.
And I'm just the a**hole for doing that, for picking one song out.
No, that's just your opinion. You're
kidding.
young and impressionable, you know?
I'm kidding. No, I love the whole album, really. To be honest, the whole album just itself is great. But those are some of my favorite songs, so.
And if I had to pick one, I would say Crime of the Century. But Steve and I were talking before we really got going about those really underrated songs. In this case, the one we were talking about was If Everyone Was Listening. It's kind of, I almost liken it to Any Color You Like on Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd. Just, it's there, but it's a gem, but for some reason it's kind of like off on its own. I really can't describe exactly what I'm trying to say here, but it
just wasn't a big hit. It's not a hit song.
Right.
Like Time of the Century, not a hit song.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean it's not great.
Yeah, no, that's true. And my son and I like to use the word underrated. That it doesn't mean it's not good, but it's just, people don't really know it, and so that's the case. So that was really all I had to say on that. I think Steve wanted to say something about the artwork that was involved on the cover art.
Yeah, I got a little story here.
He's always got a little story.
Yes, I do. Because I know a lot about music. Well, the artwork on this record sells the record. I mean, if you've ever seen the artwork, if you haven't seen it, look it up. It's really great. It was done by Paul Wakefield, and they brought him in and they said, okay, listen to these words. And he looked at the words of the songs on the record, and he kind of took all of that and took 12 pictures, and he started to think about the whole thing. Well, it's kind of, what are these songs about? And it's a little about, madness and where your brain goes and things like that. And Taunt Me in My Cage is some of the lyrics and things like that. So he kind of got this idea of just the bars and the hands on the bars, and took some pictures with that. And just a little side note, that's his twin brother's hands on the bars, and so it became, he took that and then he put the background in with a bunch of stars. And then you kind of think about how you're floating through space and you're in this prison and you're never going to get out. And, think about that for like a second. And then it's kind of like, wow, that's pretty crazy, but, it's a great visual for the album. And it's one of those things where I think everything came together, the music, the artwork, and the timing of the record, the times being 74, something from England really being like different than American rock and roll, and just the way these guys sang and put their songs together. Sorry, that was kind of a long little story, but
it's okay.
That's what's going on with all that.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. So I think that about sums up Crime of the Century.
Yeah.
And from what I understand, we're going to get out of here.
Hello, Mr. Governor. I need a little conversation with you today. I am troubled. And it's because my two sons have been arrested and put in jail, and I don't want them there. Because they're not really bad, they're really good boys. But Steve Deckler, he could stay in jail. He's not a good boy. More bourbon, Steve?
The governor just called.
The governor called, and we're being released. But the terms of our release, we have to publicly confess, kind of like we did at Christmas time. We have to be solemn and say we're sorry about our bad language, and, so that's kind of what we have to do.
Steve, would you like to do the honors?
I think he should. Yes.
Well, I just want to apologize to everybody who's totally offended by this show. I know you might not like this kind of music, but you got to go back to the beginning of music and find out why Maroon 5 played the halftime show. Who knows? But you just got to remember, don't be offended by this. And remember that we don't care, motherfucker!
Oh, no! All right. Oh, what? Well, is that a plane? Whoa.
Hello, boys. It's your Captain Patrick here, and I'm just here to rescue y'all.
Oh, it's Captain Patrick O'Shaughnessy. That's great.
Yay! All right.
Saved!
Yeah.
Because we'll never get out of here the way that we are.
Yeah.
I'm letting a rope down. Here you go.
Oh, grab the rope, guys.
I got it.
Oh, we're safe on the plane. Now we can end the episode in comfort.
Can I get a Guinness?
There's Guinness on the back of the plane. We'll get you one.
Thank you, Captain.
Okay, so that's all of our shenanigans for tonight. That was a great album, great time as always. And I want to thank my producer, co-host, son, David Hurlbert, for being with us. Thank you, David.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
And our long-range digital computer, Steve, friend, neighbor, co-host. Thank you, Steve.
Computer Steve.
Thank you, Al, for letting me be on your show. It really, truly is a joy to be here every couple weeks and spread the joy of music to everyone.
And also, thank you to our friend. Thank you to our friend, even though I don't have hearing anymore in one ear. Our friend and our pilot and
Yes, your pilot, Captain Patrick O'Shaughnessy here. How are you all doing? I haven't been on the show for a while, but I missed you all very much. But the Guinness has been helping me when I'm lonely.
Well, thank you, Captain.
Thank you. I love to be on the show. When can you have me as a guest again? We should do another flight.
Sure.
All right.
Captain, do you have any Jameson?
Oh, yes, we got a lot of Jameson.
Little Jameson in my next little shot.
Yeah, you're shot. Well, we got 10-liter bottles of Guinness. We got our 50-liter of Jameson and the 150-liter of bourbon. More bourbon.
Okay, so we're going to leave you on that note of depravity. But thank you all for joining us. As we always say, it's really important that we remember that musicians are making a living. So we encourage everyone to go out and see a show or buy some vinyl, buy some CDs, anything you can do to support a musician. Come out and see a good band. I know of a good one, Sonic Boom. Come out and see one of their shows. But anyway, not all of these guys are rich by any means. So just support musicians.
He's Adam Levine.
Right. Throw some money.
Steve's frozen.
Yeah. Throw some money in
Nope.
in the tip.
Frozen, yeah.
Yeah. Steve is frozen.
Do I have a stupid look on my face?
You look fine.
Yeah. You look
Take a
fine.
picture of it. Take a picture of it.
Okay. Frozen digital Steve. Okay. So on that note,
Jameson.
yeah. So on that note, we're gonna say goodnight and thank you for joining us. And until we meet again in a couple of weeks, put on some vinyl and spin it. Thanks for joining us. Good night.
Good night.
Take care. Bye now.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, thank God. Am I moving yet?
No, you're not.
It wasn't as crazy tonight. You know what? What if you
Because you weren't drinking. You can try calling me back if you want to.
Okay, I'll try calling you back.
All right.
Oh, there we go. You're not frozen anymore.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
But your picture is...
Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on, Steve.
It's a picture?
Yeah.
What? When you do what?
You're
What
good.
did you do?
Took a screenshot.
Oh.
Then you'll have my bloodshot eye.
What a...
Dude,
What?
what a night.
Oh, what a night.
Oh, what a night.
Are you going to do the...
That's all, motherfucker.